Hello and happy Easter. My name is Carmen. I'm a Twitch VTuber and I'm also a book lover. I read horror, dark fiction, and mystery. As always, I'm open to suggestions, so please post your recommendations in the comments. Yesterday was Easter, and I had fun streaming over the weekend with these Easter decorations and also my Easter headband, bunny ears. And I found these decorations on Etsy. I can link the sellers in the description. It's no longer Easter, but I just wanted to keep my decorations up for one more day. By the time I edit this, it'll be probably 2 days after Easter. So today I am going to be doing my first book tag. If you're not familiar with book tags, they're usually like a getting to know you type of quiz. I saw this particular book tag on Book Chat with Pat, but this tag is from the channel Book I'm Not Reading. I will link both in the description. So this is for March Mystery Madness, which I know it's April already, but I didn't get to the tag that I wanted to during the month of March, but better late than never. And it just focuses on mystery books that I have read in the past. And I thought that was a fun one to wrap up my March Mystery Madness. So without further ado, we'll get to the questions. So the first prompt is, what was your first experience of reading a mystery and what was it like? I want to say, I'm not 100% sure, but I know in middle school I started reading the series Nancy Drew Case Files. I remember seeing them in my local library. And it has more like a YA vibe. Later, the first book in the series, Secrets Can Kill, was turned into the video game by the same name with Her Interactive. I love playing that game series. So that really sticks out in my mind that I read that series first, then started playing the games. Question two. Has the reading of a mystery novel ever startled you? What was the book and where were you when it happened? I wouldn't say that a book has ever really startled me, but I would say that it was more like a twist that really surprised me. Great example of this is The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. Not going to spoil that one for you, but that twist at the end really, really got me. I didn't see it coming. Number three, are there any people that have played a significant role in your mystery reading journey? I have a friend that her nickname is Freya the Red. I've known her for a very long time, but she got me into reading cozy mysteries. She's always, even to this day, just always reading cozy mysteries, and she really got me into reading some really good ones. What is your favorite mystery and why? I would have to say again, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. I love the ending on that one. That just stands out to me as one of those that really set me up for loving mystery as much as I do now. Which mystery protagonist do you prefer? Marple or Poirot, Nancy Drew or the Hardy Boys, or someone else? Between Marple and Poirot, I would say Poirot, and it's just because I haven't read very many, or I don't think I've read any Marple mysteries. I've just seen mainly the made-for-TV type of movies that have Marple, but I've never really read any of the books. Nancy Drew, The Hardy Boys. Nancy Drew, most definitely. Most recently, I was introduced to Detective Galileo from the book The Devotion of Suspect X. I talked about that in one of my videos, that this was from a series that is translated from Japanese. And this is very much a new series for me and a new detective for me. And I really love this person is a professor and not necessarily a detective, which often in many of the mystery series, someone isn't necessarily a detective, but they could help with a case if they're stumped. And that is definitely the case with Detective Galileo. Which mystery do you wish you could read again for the first time? No spoilers. I would say And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. That was it kind of sets up that You're in a isolated place. People start getting picked off one by one, and you're trying to figure out who's doing it. That really set that scenario up for me, and I enjoyed that book thoroughly. Number 7, what mystery or mystery series would you most like to see adapted to for the big or small screen, and why? Do you have any casting choices in mind? What is your favorite adaptation of a mystery or mystery series? I believe Ollie from the channel Criminale introduced me to the Spectre Locked Room Mystery series. Justice Spectre is a retired magician. I just started reading that series recently. I think it would be fun to see this series adapted because it takes place in the 1930s. So I would love to see the costuming for that. If I had to go with someone playing the main character, I would say maybe Sir Patrick Stewart. I think that would be fun. And the second part of that question is, what is your favorite adaptation of a mystery or mystery series? I would say that the Dave Suchet version of Poirot is one of my favorites. Do any mysteries intimidate you? If yes, what mystery or mystery series and why? I would like to read the Apollo Murders series. It's written by Chris Hadfield, who is a Canadian author and also a former astronaut. It was recommended by the channel Shades of Orange. What intimidates me about the series is the length of the books. The first book is 480 pages, which for a lot of people isn't that bad. But for me, I generally read books around 200-ish to 300-ish pages in length. So I'm worried that something this long would not keep my attention. It's not the author's fault, it's a me problem. I like to get through my books fairly quickly and then move on to the next one. So hopefully I can get that my act together and keep my attention span and read this series because it does look really interesting with the space history, sci-fi, and the murder mystery aspect to it. What tips would you give to readers hesitant to read mysteries? My tip would be there's so many niche types of mysteries now. There are ones that involve pets, cooking, crafting, just pretty much anything you can think of. Collecting's another one. So if you're kind of hesitant, then maybe it's something that you go into with something that you're interested in, and try a book from that it focuses on that area. Just try one that might appeal to your interest. I would say if you're going into the mystery, I don't know that something that some of the classics would necessarily appeal to someone because some of the classics focus a lot on procedure. And if you're new to the genre, that might bore you. I know that I've gone back and read some of the classic mysteries, and it's just like, yikes, I didn't remember that it went into all this detail. So maybe go with something a little more modern and try the other ones out later. Have you ever helped solve a crime or been part of something that sounds like it could have been in a mystery novel? Tell us about it. I don't think so. Not really. I love to watch true crime documentaries, and of course, there are those internet sleuth documentaries now. I grew up on forensic files, but I myself have never solved a crime. Tag other booktubers. I'm fairly new booktubers. I don't know a whole bunch of booktubers who haven't done this tag already. And I'm posting this in April when the tag was for March. So I would say I'm going to skip that one. And thank you so much for watching my first book tag. In the future, I hope to participate in more of these tags. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to my channel to be notified of my upcoming videos. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.